Good morning and welcome to the Public File. I'm Doug Thomas, and my guest is my good friend and my partner in crime, Cher Chronis. She's the CEO and media host for Live, Love, Rock. Good morning.
Good morning, Doug.
Live, Love, Rock presents the first annual Angels in Music holiday celebration. That's coming up Sunday, December 8th at Milestone Restaurant in El Dorado Hills. An elegant holiday party to empower aspiring young rock stars. Tickets and info go to angelsandmusic.com. We'll talk about that, but first, let's get a little background on you, Cher. What got you to where you are today?
Ooh, that's a long story. I've been working in and out of the music industry and media for about 35 years. Mm-hmm. I've worked...
So you started when you were two?
I started when I was two. Yeah, exactly. Right. I've designed mobile apps. I've done promotion. I've done management. I've designed software for Sirius Satellite Radio. I've done a multitude of different types of things, and I feel like everything has led me to this place where I am now.
Love that. Well, let's get into it. Tell me all about the Angels in Music holiday celebration.
The Angels in Music holiday celebration is the first one of its kind. We are probably going to do a lot more of these, but mainly the purpose of it is to give back to kids in need that want to be in the music industry. So whether or not they want to be in production, they want to be a performer, it gives them the resources that they need, whether it's education, instruments, you name it.
Yeah, it's just so stunning today that they're not teaching music in schools.
I know. Incredible, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember, my first instrument was the clarinet. So,
Well, I was really lucky. I went to a school that had over 3,500 kids in it. Mm-hmm. We had a small auditorium, a large auditorium, all the instruments you can imagine, photography, jewelry making.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. I feel like now they're taking all that out of schools, and kids that their parents can't afford those things, they're missing out.
Absolutely. What inspired you to create the event?
I think my path has led to here. I also had a son, Philip. He was an angel. I always called him my angel boy.
Sure.
And he loved music. It's going to make me cry. Every birthday, every Christmas, every holiday, wherever, there was a gift to be given, he would always ask for something in music.
I love it.
So this is kind of my way of letting him know that his legacy lives on.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk about the primary focus of the event.
We are supporting Mr. Hollands Opus Foundation. We have Milestone set up in a beautiful setting. It's kind of like a winter wonderland. We've got some amazing people that are donating. We have opportunities for patron angels, too. If you want a VIP ticket to the event, that's available as well. We're going to have a silent auction. We have some amazing people that have donated musical instruments, signed musical instruments from Rock Fantasy Camp. School of Rock is donating lessons. We have a drum head by Ricky Rocket of Poison that's signed. He's also giving away a 30-minute drum lesson. And then we have lots of raffle items, too. Those raffle items include everything from tickets to Elf, to Disturbed tickets, to going to the Sacramento Kings, spa treatments, you name it.
I was going to tell you, my friend Eddie from Album Revolution, he saw our post on Facebook the other day, and he wants to donate some albums, too. So
that would be great.
More stuff for the raffle.
Love that. Love that. We're very blessed. We're going to have sign-ins at 6 o'clock. We'll have Jean Barnett as our talent. Milestone's going to be passing hors d'oeuvres. We have probably like 8 or 9 different types of things.
Nice.
We've got a grazing station where charcuterie and cheese and all those beautiful things. And then we're going to have Christmas music. And guess what? We're going to make you sing at the end.
A grazing station. I love that. And then, that's the toughest word to pronounce, charcuterie. I've been practicing, charcuterie board.
I did want to mention, too, that there's going to be a beautiful setting, and Auburn Blooms is donating all the flowers. So she's been amazing. I'm looking forward to that because I love flowers.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody's seen my Facebook posts, they know that I love flowers.
Can't get enough flowers.
Exactly. We have wine by Crystal Basin Winery, which is amazing. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk a little bit more about the beneficiary, the Mr. Hollands Opus. Of course, anytime I think about Mr. Hollands Opus, I think of the movie, right? It came out a few years back. Richard Dreyfuss.
Yep. Yeah. Amazing movie. Yeah. The producer of that movie and the writer, they decided to open up this foundation, and everything that they do gives back to underserved youth that want to be in the music industry.
Right.
The purpose of me doing this is because that's my goal, right? I want to align with those charities that have similar interests that I do. They donate everything from services, taking a kid to a lesson is a service, right?
Yeah.
Teaching them how to use software is a service. Education, sitting down with tutors, musical instruments. They support 23 schools throughout the nation. They also support individuals, and you can also donate instruments, and they will give those back to underprivileged children.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I mean, like we talked about before, it's like it's just so stunning that they're not teaching music in schools anymore. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that would go away and we'd have to work to get it back.
I know. And imagine if you're in an impoverished area and your parents can't afford something like a guitar, even the least expensive guitar.
Right.
You're missing out. And there's some beautiful and talented kids out there that don't get a chance. So I want to give them that chance. That's my goal.
Music is the basic for everything.
Yeah.
You know, where would we be without music?
Well, it is a language. It's a love language, I think.
No question about it. You're listening to The Public File. I'm Doug Thomas, and my guest is Cher Chronis. Live, Love, Rock presents the first annual Angels in Music holiday celebration. It's coming up Sunday, December 8th at Milestone Restaurant in El Dorado Hills. Proceeds will benefit Mr. Hollands Opus Foundation. You can get tickets and info. Go to angelsandmusic.com. Well, Cher, you started a little bit there, but let's give our sponsors some love. And are you looking for more?
Oh, we're always looking for help in any way. Like I said, we've been very, very fortunate. We have a winery that's sponsoring Crystal Basin Cellars. Milestone Restaurant is giving us the space. Auburn Blooms is the floral arrangements.
Sure.
Boring Rose is going to feature one of their vintage brews there, which is amazing.
I love that brewery.
They have great beer. What we really are looking for is we're looking for, we want to party.
Sure.
Like, everybody come on down. We want to be able to enjoy ourselves, listen to some great music, enjoy some great food. There's opportunities to win a ton of prizes
Right.
for the raffle. So, angelsinmusic.com. You can go directly to the Eventbrite link too. It's angelsinmusic.eventbrite.com.
Fantastic. Yep. It's going to be a good time and it's going to sell out. So get your tickets now. Angelsinmusic.com. All right. Volunteers. You need volunteers for the event?
Sure. Who you got? Are you going to volunteer? Oh, wait, you already did.
I already did. I'm already in. Absolutely. I'm so looking forward to it. Now, if someone's thinking about, they're listening right now and they'd like to volunteer, what's the best way to get in touch with you?
Send me an email at share@liveloverock.com.
Share@liveloverock.com, and that's CHER at liveloverock.com. I hear you have a world-class silent auction lined up, so let's talk about some of the amazing items you have.
Ricky Rocket has been very, very generous. He's donating a drum head from the Poison Tour. It was about 2 years ago. It's signed. He's also going to donate sticks. He's doing a 30-minute lesson. We've got Rock Fantasy Camp that we will have a signed guitar by Leah Ford, Nita Strauss, Sheila E., Nancy Wilson, Britt Lightning, blah, 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 blah. Like a list.
Right.
It's going to be covered with pretty signatures. So those are our main ones. Like I said, we also have a ton of other packages. So we've got spa packages. There's an overnight stay in Tahoe with a dinner cruise. There's a weekend stay in Cambria with wine tasting. School of Rock is donating lessons.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just fantastical. It's awesome.
That's great. And my favorite part, my buddy, recently retired local radio legend, Pat Martin, very talented artist, as it turns out, and Pat's going to be donating a signed print of one of his pieces. That's pretty cool. So let's talk about that a little bit, Cher.
Yeah, Pat's been amazing. I had a conversation with him yesterday.
Sure.
He surprises me. I'm a fine art painter myself, so I have a true appreciation for art. And he's like, whatever you want, just go on my site, pick 3, and then I'll print out, whatever, and do a signed print for you. I'm like, all right. And I went to his site and I was just amazed.
Yep.
He has such great art.
Yep.
I think he has 23 or 24 pieces already. I'm like, dude, you've been busy.
I have had the opportunity to be in his living room and see it in person. I'll tell you, it's absolutely incredible. And, he's a radio guy. We had no idea what he was doing in his spare time, right?
He's got a second life.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's a good guy, and that's so great that he's going to be a part of it. Well, where can I get my tickets, and what does the ticket include?
Well, there's a exclusive access ticket, which basically gives you your ticket, all of the little swags that come with it, one raffle ticket, which has a value of $5.
Sure.
And then you get access to wine tasting. You're going to get a custom engraved Angels in Music wine glass. We're going to have specialty cocktails, all festive inspired, of course. we actually came up with a recipe for a really nice frozen espresso martini.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, exclusive to Milestone too. And like I said, there's going to be like eight apps that are passing around, all the free food, and just hanging out with friends and just having a great time and being merry.
And the day's going to rock. Who's going to be providing the entertainment again?
That's Gene Barnett. He's an acoustic guitarist. He's local, and he has an amazing list of songs that he's going to present for us.
Fantastic. Looking forward to that. How do I become a VIP patron angel donor, and what does that look like?
Patron angels are special people because they're really helping us to put on the event.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like packages, but the difference, I guess, is that you get to actually write that stuff off. So if you're looking for something that you can write off at the end of the year, but you also want to give back, here's your opportunity.
Perfect.
Yeah, so there's packages of 2 tickets, 4 tickets, and 6 tickets. That includes a holiday gift bag. The holiday gift bag is filled with a bunch of things that have been sponsored, and they include everything from like spa, stuff to, music tickets, you name it. It's about a $200 value. So it actually pays for the tickets if you think about it.
Sure. Might as well do it. Absolutely. Become a VIP patron angel donor, and you can find out more about that, angelsandmusic.com. Well, Cher, we're early on a Sunday morning. In case someone's just joining us, first of all, let's give a little background on Live, Love, Rock.
Yeah, Live, Love, Rock is actually my attempt to be able to create media and productions, whether they're online or offline,
Sure.
that give back. It's mostly educational content.
Right.
We're going to have podcasts that are going to be peer-to-peer podcasts, so people that are in media,
right,
entertainment will be interviewing people who are performers. They could be producers. They could be, top-tier talent, and just finding out, like, what's their story?
Sure.
Where'd they come from? How they get to where they are today, and what are the things that they learned along the way. That's meant to, like I said, give back to people that want to aspire to be in the music industry so that, hopefully they're not making the same mistakes, or at least, dealing with them head on.
Right. Yeah, we can teach them how to navigate around that, right?
Exactly.
And then Live, Love, Rock, you evolved into Angels and Music. So let's talk a little bit about that. How'd that happen?
I was sitting there thinking about this, and I thought, I have all these wonderful people that I know.
Sure.
And they're so generous and kind, and there's so many underprivileged kids in the world that need the help.
Sure.
To get to where they want to be, especially if you're an artist. Being any kind of artist is difficult. Being a performer, the amount of competition out there is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, okay, I'm going to create this Angels in Music, and I'm going to empower those kids. I'm going to give them the tools that they need to be able to do what they need to do.
Right.
To make their dreams happen.
Right. Love that. Let's talk a little bit more about the charity who's going to benefit from this, Mr. Hollands Opus.
Yeah, Mr. Hollands Opus was actually one of the main patrons was Eddie Van Halen. And when Eddie Van Halen passed away, his legacy was now passed on to his son, Wolfie.
Sure.
So he is now working with Mr. Hollands Opus to help guide them and give them consultations so they can, hopefully raise even more money. So I'm a very small piece in that, but ultimately that's the goal. We all have this common goal of giving back.
Yep, absolutely. No, and Mr. Hollands Opus does some amazing work, no question about it. Well, my friend, we're running out of time. What would you like to leave our listeners with this morning?
Well, I guess, I'm really excited. I'm hoping that this is going to be the first of many, many events for
Sure.
Angels in Music. I want to continue down this path of being able to, give back to music. And I hope you guys all join us.
It's going to be fun. Why wouldn't you? Thank you so much for your time this morning. Cher Chronis is the CEO and media host for Live, Love, Rock, and they are presenting the first annual Angels and Music Holiday Celebration Sunday, December 8th. You're not going to want to miss it. It's going to sell out, and it's going to be at Milestone Restaurant in El Dorado Hills, an elegant holiday party to empower aspiring young rock stars. Proceeds will benefit Mr. Hollands Opus Foundation with the goal of keeping music alive in schools. Tickets and info, go to angelsandmusic.com. Cher, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
This has been The Public File. You can listen to past episodes on the free Audacy app, and you can always email us, sacpsa@audacy.com, sacpsa@audacy.com. I'm Doug Thomas. Be good to each other, and thanks for listening.